here in the U.S., the New York Times editorial board calling out the Biden administration for brushing off the dismal state of the economy, saying the president has contributed to his own political woes by downplaying the dangers of inflation.
Joining us to discuss what this means for the White House is Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, now that the liberal New York Times is sounding major alarm bells, will Joe Biden, and by Joe Biden, of course, I mean Chief of Staff Ron Klain, finally reverse course and acknowledge inflation is a problem?
Ron Klain and White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, right, Todd, because this all goes back to the importance of messaging. And the cardinal rule of politics and sales, for quite frankly, is underpromise and overdeliver. And the president and his team have insisted that inflation was transitory for many months last year. They declared victory over the supply chain crisis, saying, Mr. Biden, save Christmas. And now we're told that inflation is here until at least 2023. What does that mean? That means it'll be here in November when people go to the ballot box, thereby dooming Democrats in the midterms. Because when you live in a country that's more expensive to live in and less safe to live in, that combination is not good for the party in power.
We've got some new Fox News poll numbers. The question, are voters concerned with the condition of the economy? 27% say the economy is in excellent or good shape. 73% say the economy is only fair or poor. And then on to another number here, Fox News poll, voter inflation concerns. 85% of people say yes, they are concerned on inflation. President Biden's response to this has been build back better. Does that message resonate with the American people?
Well, that's the thing, Carly, right? It's all about focus and priorities laid out by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party that controls the House and the Senate. Americans are obviously, from this poll, deeply concerned about inflation, about skyrocketing crime, about education, the border, our standing in the world as China and Russia and North Korea are thumbing their noses at us. And instead, the past 5 months have been all about spending trillions more via Build Back Better. We're told that that's somehow going to reduce inflation and reduce the deficit, which is laughable. And then fixing voter suppression is priority number one right now in elections by attempting a federal takeover of said elections. So and you blow the filibuster up in the process, by the way, and Americans are sitting at home saying, wait a minute, what about I'm paying more for food and for gas and for home heating? Why aren't you talking about this more? So it's self-serving for the party and the administration instead of simply, serving the American people and fixing real problems that they care about, guys.
Somebody who's frustrated, and I know this upsets you terribly, is Bernie Sanders. Listen.
What has bothered me very much is the Republicans are laughing all the way to Election Day. They have not had to cast one bloody vote which shows us where they're at, and we've got to change that.
I mean, he's right, Joe. Short of a magical turnaround to 2020 prices, do Democrats have any chance if things remain the way they are up until November?
If that's the messaging, right, that, boy, we'd love to get all this stuff done, but the Republicans keep blocking us. Yet Republicans don't control Congress. They don't control the Senate. They're not in the Oval Office. It's the straight flush of politics. And yet I keep hearing from Joe Biden or from Bernie Sanders that it's the Republicans' fault. No, you don't have your own party in line in terms of what you want to pass. And again, we keep hearing about all this sowing of doubt in the future election of November of 2022 being said by Democrats. And they need to be challenged on that and called out on that, because I thought that was a chilling threat to democracy, and you weren't supposed to talk about those things. But that's what they're doing at this point, guys. Anyway, I am exhausted after watching those games yesterday, Todd and Carly. I don't know about you, but two of the greatest games I've ever seen.
It was insane. Yesterday was an absolutely insane day of football. I hope the championship games follow suit. It was unbelievable. Joe Concha, happy Monday.
Indeed. Happy Monday. Bye.
Thousands of Americans.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.